My question. Wow.
That's a lie.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one by one. Blimey. Okay. So, are you recording it?
Yes.
Alright. Cool. Power to Change. So Power to Change is basically an international organization. It's a Christian international organization around the globe. In America, they call it Campus Crusade, and then that was in 1950s. During 1950s or 60s, they moved to Australia, and then they call themselves Power to Change. So it's more, it's like an organization. It's like an international organization.
So, you have two departments, one in the US, one in the...
No, we have 186 Power to Change branches in different countries.
Oh.
So, but it's all started from the US. Yeah. And now in Australia, the one is called Power to Change. My position, basically, at the moment, I'm just a part-time staff with Power to Change, and after this year, I will be full-time staff with Power to Change. The ideology or the culture, I would say, is just Christian. It's a Christian community and a Christian organization. So, I guess the main purpose of this organization is try to share the gospel.
Share God's belief.
Yeah, it's basically, it's like a mission. We call it like a mission. So the mission is to share the gospel with people, as many as possible. So this is the main focus or the main purpose of this organization. And I joined this organization more than 2 years ago, less than 3 years. When I was here for my my master degree. Yeah. And how much stuff do we have? So basically, Power to Change in Australia, we still have like...
Just in campus, the University of Sydney?
No, just... So this is what I'm going to explain to you. So Power to Change in Australia, we have many Power to Change people, members around Australia, not just in Sydney. We have Power to Change in Melbourne. We have Power to Change in Brisbane, in Queensland, in Victoria, and also now here in New South Wales. We have Power to Change in the Macquarie University. There's another, just like a Catholic university down the road on Broadway there. It's called Notre Dame University. We have Power to Change people there as well. And then here in Sydney University here, we have two teams. So one is, we call it the local team. So mainly they will share gospel and interact with the local students, with the domestic students, or basically English speakers, native English speakers. And then on the other side, here, like the team I'm right now working with is the international team. So we're basically working with international students, more like students from Asian area, like that. So in terms of the number of staff, in my team we have five to seven staff.
Okay. Is it including the volunteer and the part-time?
Not really. I'm not including the volunteer. I'm including part-time and full-time.
Yeah.
So if you want me to also include volunteers, they're gonna get a lot more than seven members. And then on the other side, the internet, the local team, we got more people, more members, and that's it. I think most of them, the team members are quite kind of like part-time stuff, because we have different jobs, we have different things to do. For me, at the moment, like currently I go to, currently I go to Bible college, I got to study, so I could not do full-time, but after this year I will be full-time. And other people, like, they have their churches, so yeah. In terms of activity, we have an annual event called mid-year conference that was during June to July. So every year we have this conference. So we gather around all the people from Path Change, not the Path Change people from senior or senior uni, but from like I said, like Notre Dame University or Macquarie, and also the students from Melbourne as well, and from Brisbane as well, and also some Path Change people from America, which is quite exciting. Like I said, the mid-year conference is kind of once a year, but we also have some mission team, annual mission team events as well. So basically every year right after the mid-year conference, we have American missionaries or American people from the Path Change in America coming over to Australia, and we'll do some missions as well. We'll do some activities as well, and then at the beginning of every semester we have different events and activities as well. We're trying to connect to the students and bring them in, because they've been kind of isolated from different student groups. We're trying to connect them and then help them to find friends within this kind of Christian fellowship. And then we will do like different events as well, and that's every semester. How do we promote them? We do workshops. Basically, we just like handing out flyers and talk to people on the street.
How about the social media?
Yeah, we'll do social media as well. We put up posters and flyers on social media as well, and we interact with students. We interact with students on social media as well, like Facebook, like WeChat and WhatsApp.
Oh.
Yeah. So we usually we'll have the we call it the A-frame posters on the street, and then we have the QR code for either Facebook or WeChat, and then people can get in, can get more information and can get into the groups, and then they can know more about the events or things like that. Yeah, and feedback. Basically, we talk about feedback orally, and also we'll print out a load of feedback forms, and then we'll constantly give them to the students and try to get sort of feedback as well. Negative feedback. Well, you can't. First, there's a mindset there. So everything in this world, some people like it, some people don't.
Yeah.
So you can't be too kind of stressed about this. We have to understand that we have total confidence in the things we do. So some people have like negative feedback. If it's constructive, we take it. If it's constructive, we take it, and then we're trying to be reflective. But if the negative feedback is nonsense, then we wouldn't take that to our mind, because that's not worth it, isn't it? Yeah, that's how we deal with it. Yep. No, I don't move employees frequently. So basically, it's like I said, we have different branches, we have different teams, but once you set in a team, and that's it. Like, because this is the thing. It's sort of, as we call, God's calling. So you set in this ministry. This is your ministry. It's like your job, and this is what you do, and then you focus on job, and that's all you need to think about.
But maybe I move to other cities. Maybe.
Well, that's another thing, because when you apply for power, like working with power change, you have to make sure that within this period of time you won't move to other cities, right? Because that's the thing. It's the same with other job. It's the same with other jobs in the secular world. Like, you go to the company, you can't just tell the boss like, yes, I would love to do this job, but I will like move to other city. Your boss was like, what? You what? You'll be fired. You'll be totally fired if you said to your boss, you know what, I like to do this job, but I wanna move to other cities. Ridiculous. So we don't move. Yeah. So we don't move that frequently, unless I say this is God's calling. So you feel like you want to do something else, and you talk to your boss. I mean, we don't have a boss here, but you talk to your in a way it's like manager, but it's nice. We call it a supervisor or the team leader. You talk to your team leader. You say, I'm quite enjoying doing my ministry, and I want to move further. I want to go somewhere further, and then possibly go to somewhere else, like not this country anymore. I want to go to serve. I mean, like possibly, for example, the mission in Cambodia, or Indonesia, or Malaysia, or somewhere, and then you have to talk to them in advance, beforehand, and then they can arrange. But you still could not, like, just simply move during the period of time that you already saying working with the team, right? Who am I to call? Basically, it's the team leaders, like the bosses, if possibly say. The executives. The executives is what they call. But all they have to like really discuss it, because this is the thing. Unpredictable situation like this. we don't worry about the numbers of the participants too much. I was a bit worried about that, but it's not really significant, because it's different. It's different. Let's say our entrepreneurship is different with other entrepreneurship, because if you're a businessman, you go to a company, you're gonna sell something, right? You're gonna sell either, insurance, or either you sell cars, you sell Hoovers or whatever. Your boss or your manager will totally ask you, like, well, how many you sell, right? How many you talk to people, how many doors you've been knocking, and you say 10, and then your manager's like, you're fired. I mean, right? That's the thing. But we don't quite kind of get too worried about the numbers, because we know we treat our mission as a mission, as not just our mission. It's God's mission. So God's totally control it. So we have this kind of mentality that we say we trust God's sovereignty. So God will take care of it. We just do our job. We bring our best effort, right? We do our best, and then we leave the result to God. So basically, you don't have to be too stressed about the numbers. And so basically, we are totally okay, even the numbers are few. And then we do have some uncertain or unpredictable situation. It's simple. Basically, just like other business plan. You have plan A and also have plan B.
Yeah.
You have plan A. If plan A is not working, what's the remedies? We talk about remedies as well. Yeah. But anyway, like whatever, we basically always remember the trust in God's sovereignty. We trust that God will turn even the most unpredictable, uncertain situation. We still have the confidence, we still have the faith that God will totally bring the seemingly disaster to glory, and that's why we are reviving and we are thriving, and also I think we're doing quite a good job, because we don't worry that too much. Profile. This one's quite a technical question. Let me think about it. What's your future plan? Well, first of all, like I said, it's not totally my job. It's not totally my job, because it's also Scott's job, and we don't worry too much about that. But on the other hand, because we are to bring our best effort to our ministry, and we're gonna do our best in our ministry. So possibly, from my perspective, because I was a media student, so I gotta say that we should increase our brand resonance, and also to enhance our public image by building up this kind of really sufficient public image on social media. To be honest, we haven't fully utilized social media. We just use social media for basic communications, not really for promoting or, like you said, like raise the profile, like renovating the public image of Power Change. And then we don't, because I think we're not too concerned about that. And then my future plan, because I'm already kind of working with Power Change, so my future plan, I think, for me, I will be talking to more team leaders, I would say, talking to more team leaders about how we can further utilize the power of social media to renovate the public image of social of Power Change. And then we're just doing our job. We're just basically doing our job. Nothing extraordinary. The organization structure. You mean the power structure? You mean the hierarchy?
Hierarchy or team-based? I think in Power Change, everyone is equal, right?
Yeah, that's why. So, okay, I'm going to use some technical term here. So, nowadays, in a secular world, basically, in a Western society, many businesses, they use this kind of really straightforward hierarchy. They use this what I call the vertical hierarchy. So the big box, right, and then CEO, and then executives, and then manager, and then team manager, and team leaders, and your team, and then small workers, right? So it's basically really clear, just like a really clear structure of hierarchy. But in terms of Power Change, the structure of Power Change, we kind of combining the vertical power structure and the horizontal power structure. And then our power, okay, I'm gonna use the word salience. If you don't know the word salience, then you can use the word ambience. So the power salience in terms of the power structure within Power Change is totally on student ministers. It's totally on ministers like us. So basically, there's a big boss there. Definitely, you got to have someone in charge and say something with authority and tone of power. So you got someone there, the so-called big boss, and then in every universities or branches or small branches, we have a man of responsibility and accountability. That's you can say the executive or whatever, and then he will in charge. He will be responsible for recruiting people or navigating people through different small businesses of missions ministry or simply as we call it, evangelism. And then we have team leaders like Ash. He's a team leader. He's leading us. He's in charge of basically practical things. All right. So he will also do practical things as well. He's leading the team. And for us, we are the actual people who are doing the practical things, the practice of evangelism, the practice of the work. And then, but there's no like a really, really significant power structure between each other. We're all doing the same thing. We're all doing things. So there's a horizontal power structure. We don't have anyone that's like to stand out, so like, oh, I'm gonna tell you what you should do this. No. We all know, because we all know that these are the several things we need to do. These are the several things we all need to achieve. So in small details, like in like specific like details, we don't have them that really like a really clear regulation or requirements, as we say, saying, oh, you're gonna do this in this way. No, no one will have the power to tell you you have to do this in this way. Only God can instruct you. So if it's not from the Bible, then no. So basically, we all kind of equal under God, and God is only the one that we look up to, the only big boss we look up to, and then within this horizontal power structure, how we can find authority. The authority we can find is from the Bible. We find authority from the Bible. We find authority from God, and that's basically the thing. So, yes, we all have team building activities. This is quite important. I mean, who doesn't want team building activities? Because you always need a team, right? So we have outings. We have outings to build the team synergy, and also we have the retreat. We call it the retreat. So during the retreat, we talk to each other, and then we discuss how we can do our mission better in the next semester, and also team building. So, and also we have this kind of regular meeting. We have regular meetings for things, and then we try to brainstorm something for other activities that we can have for team building. Basically, we are kind of managing and running different teams, so we're doing team building activities differently. For me, I love just outing. Yeah, we do different outings. Sometimes we go to the beach, and like next Saturday we go to the beach. We go to Maroubra. But before, we went to the skeleton, and we do trampoline. So basically, yeah, you can see we're quite team focused. And that's answer to all 9 questions.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
Thank you so much.
That's all right. Here we go.
Thank you.